1, 2, 3, go!
Buongiorno from the Sicilian Secret Diet. Sandra Camerata, MD.
Giovanni Campanile, MD. We're a husband and wife team, both physicians, and we've written the Sicilian Secret Diet Plan because we both use nutrition as part of our practice. I'm a cardiologist and Sandra's a psychiatrist.
And I treat both adult and children. And I realized that through the years that people do not eat enough fruits and vegetables. So here we go. We're gonna make stuffed peppers tonight. And actually what I'm going to do is I'm gonna use whatever I had in the refrigerator today. So this dish, it can be done with everything you have. What kind of rice or grain you have, doesn't matter, right? Everything will work very well. You just have to put...
But today we're going to use two special grains, sorghum and Freekeh, F-R-E-E-K-A-H. It's a ancient grain and with a lot of nutrition.
And these are two grains that I recently discovered. So that's why I'm a little bit excited about using it together in the stuffed peppers. Generally, I used to use rice, any forms of rice, and wild rice was my latest addition to all of this. So whatever you have in the refrigerator, just add it. If you want to create a gluten-free dish, this is probably the best dish to create, to have a full meal and a full nutrition. Giovanni is going to tell you all the nutrition value and benefit of the foods that we have today.
All these ingredients have their own particular nutritional benefits. And as we've always talked about in other YouTube videos, is the colors, all these different colors, all are different flavonoids and carotenoids with different nutritional benefits. For instance, the red pepper has an ingredient called capsanthin in it, which is a strong antioxidant, anti-inflammatory, which is very good for heart health. Also, there's lutein and zeaxanthin and violozanthin and quercetin. All these ingredients, each and every one of them has a different benefit. For instance, quercetin helps immunity and is antiviral, and the lutein is good for your eyes. It actually protects the retina of your eyes from light affecting the eyes. So these are important nutrients to add to your mix of foods that you eat. So the other ingredient that we're going to talk about are, one of my favorite vegetables are asparagus. Just like the way they look. They're part of the lily family. They're full of vitamins and minerals, a very good source of insoluble fiber, which is very helpful for the gut microbiome, another thing we talk frequently about. The gut microbiome is this mix of friendly bacteria, and it's particularly good for lactobacillus and bifidobacteria, which are very important, friendly bugs in our gut. So it's an excellent source of these kind of antioxidants, and it actually has been shown to do good things for your health, like lower blood pressure.
So asparagus also is interesting because, you know, some people, after they eat it and they go to they pee, the urine smells very strongly, and some people don't. And that is all genetically predetermined. So it's a little interesting factor. Now, I'm very proud of this eggplant because I got it out of my backyard. I planted it and it's pretty. And so we're going to use it today because that's what I had.
One of the interesting things about eggplant is that it contains nicotine. And nicotine, in very small amounts, is actually good for your brain. And in the amounts that's in plants is not enough to get you addicted, but it's actually something that can help you focus. So it's one of the plants that contains natural nicotine.
And it's pretty. And then we have tomatoes, right. Always our favorite, always present.
And tomatoes is a rich source of B vitamins, vitamin A, lycopene, and these are substances that are very important for heart health. They inhibit the platelets, so they're like anti-platelets, so that it prevents you from having a heart attack. It helps your skin. It actually helps your skin, protects your skin from sunburn. So it's and also is very good for eye health because of the vitamin A content.
And that's why all these ingredients in the summer are very helpful to have a more glowing skin and protect you from sunburn. And then always garlic and onions.
Garlic is particularly full of nutrients that are helpful for heart health. As a cardiologist, I actually, in patients that don't eat a lot of garlic, I supplement garlic in a supplement form, but because garlic is a powerful cholesterol lowering agent, it's an anti-platelet agent, so it helps prevent heart attacks, and it actually helps the endothelium, the inner lining of the arteries, become more active and flexible. And onions are also a rich source of quercetin, which is a substance that's found in bell peppers, but also high quantities in capers and in onions, which is an antioxidant, and it's an antiviral chemical that's used as a supplement for COVID and other viruses. So it's a very helpful nutrient to take for those purposes.
And historically, both onions and garlic, people used to treat all viral infections or bacterial infections when didn't have any antibiotics. People will walk around with them and use them when they were alone with any infections, even put drops in their eyes if they had any eye infections. So pretty significant, helpful medicine. And here we have the ancient grains.
Yeah, so these two grains that we're using, one is it's called Freekeh, or Freekah, and the other is Sorghum. Freekeh does have gluten, and but it's very rich in vitamins and minerals, especially manganese. And manganese is very helpful for the gut and for immunity. And also has phosphorus and magnesium, both of which are very important for bone health and the health of your teeth. So these grains are a great source of fibers. And again, the mix of all these ingredients in all these different foods come together to improve your health. This is why, eating a good mix of all these fruits and vegetables on a regular basis will improve your health tremendously. It's one of the best things you can do for your health span. And that's something that we talk about in terms of reducing the amount of disease you have as you get older,
And that will create a good health, lifespan, because health span doesn't necessarily correlate to lifespan, but if you have a good health span, most likely, if you're healthy, you'll have also a nice lifespan.
And it's enjoyable. Our motto is live well deliciously, and this is how you do it.
And that's what we're gonna do.
And it's very simple, and Sandra will show you how to do it.
Very good. It's time to start. So we're gonna saute the onions and the garlic in a little bit of extra virgin olive oil, always extra virgin olive oil. Add a little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper, caramelize the onions, caramelize the garlic. So we're gonna get our peppers, wash them, take the cup off, and put some salt and pepper inside. They're gonna wait for our grains to be ready. So our grains, let's put them in some water. The water is cold when we put the grains, and the water is about twice the volume of the grains. The water will boil slowly, and when all the water is absorbed, our grains are ready. So in the meantime, look how beautiful the onions, the garlic is ready. We're gonna cut the eggplant in small dices. We're gonna cut the asparagus in small dices. We're gonna cut the tomatoes in small dices. We're gonna cut one of the peppers in small dices. We're gonna add it to our onions, to our garlic. They're gonna come together. The flavors are gonna melt it together, and you can definitely smell it all over the house. When that is sauté, the grain is ready. We'll add the grains, taste for salt and pepper. Please add a little bit of Parmesan cheese, a couple of tablespoons. The flavor becomes even more intense. Everything comes together. We're gonna put it in our bell peppers, and if we feel more inspired, or if we feel like we're ready to add maybe a little bit more cheese to our dinner tonight, we're gonna put a little bit of Gruyere cheese on top of the layer of rice. Then cover with the top of the pepper. Put everything in the 400-degree oven and let it cook for about 20-25 minutes. And you'll know when it's ready. And you come together and taste with us. Delicioso.
Wow, that looks beautiful.
Just out of the oven, make sure you don't get burned. Ah,
That looks great.
really, really not very easy to get it. Very, very good.
Stay set.
You're
Hot.
getting burned. It's
But
delicious.
The pepper has a very good consistency. It's also a little sweet.
And explodes. All these flavors are exploding in your mouth.
And they go,
You can taste all the vegetables. It's perfectly the amount of peppers and salt.
and the grains are very earthy. Very good. Excellent.
Really good. Congratulazioni.
Excellent job.
Buon appetito. Dalla mia cucina alla tua cucina con amore.
Thank you.